this is Captain Chaudhary. Today I'm going to speak about azimuthal projections. Sometimes it is called zenithal projection. Now the zenithal projection or azimuthal projection, as the name suggests, the screen or the plane is tangenting some point of the sphere. So accordingly you may have polar zenithal, equatorial zenithal or oblique zenithal. Now broadly there are two categories actually. One is gnomonic, another one is stereographic. Both can be used for high latitudes, but where stereographic is a conformal projection, gnomonic is not. Now, gnomonic projection can be understood as follows. This is transparent globe, and if this is pole and here's the screen, source of light is in the center, the meridians would appear correctly placed, that is if a d long of 30 degrees has to be represented. But suppose I have to show, say, a parallel of latitude of 50 degrees, then considering the geocentric principle, this angle should be 50 degrees and this angle actually should be 90 minus 50 or 90 minus latitude. Now if the light is switched on here, the projection of this parallel of latitude would be over here. This distance will be r. This is radius. Opposite upon adjacent is tan theta. So this will be r tan 90 minus L, or it will be equal to r cot latitude. So if I need to draw a parallel of latitude L degrees, then I need to draw a circle of radius r cot latitude, and that will be the parallel of latitude on a polar gnomonic projection. Now, like I have shown you the polar gnomonic projection, you could have a projection that is equator gnomonic projection where the tangent plane is at the equator, or you might have an oblique gnomonic projection where the plane is tangenting one of the parallels of latitude. Stereographic projection, on the other hand, is also a zenithal projection, but in this projection the point source of light is diametrically opposite to the tangent point. Suppose we are talking about, once again, a latitude of say 50 degrees, then this is L, and if this is L, this is 90 minus L. We know there is a well-known theorem: if any arc subtends an angle theta at the center, the angle subtended at the circumference is theta by 2. So accordingly this angle should be half of 90 minus L. The distance from here to here is 2r, because the radius of the globe is r, and therefore this distance from the pole to a point where this parallel of latitude would be projected can be found like this. If this distance is x, then x upon 2r is equal to tan of half 90 minus L, or tan of 45 minus L by 2. Then x is equal to 2 times the radius into tan 45 minus L by 2. So this is how we find the radius of parallel of latitude, around the pole in a polar stereographic projection. Now this is polar stereographic projection. Normally stereographic projection is used to project the 50% of the globe on the remote side of the projection point, right? So if we look at suppose this is the equator, this is how it would look, Now this point getting projected over here and this point getting projected over here. The meridians and parallels of latitude would follow the curvature. They will maintain an angle 90 degrees to the meridian, and that's how the projection becomes conformal. Pole appearing here, the meridians this way. Parallels of latitude maintaining the angle of 90 degrees with the meridian will make the projection orthomorphic. So that was oblique stereographic projection. There is one more projection which is very interesting, that is orthographic type. Now this orthographic projection has got once again the plane which is tangenting the globe and the light coming from diametrically opposite direction, but in this case the lights are parallel rays coming from infinity. So accordingly you might have a polar orthographic. In the polar orthographic projection, you will find the meridians once again correctly displaying the D long, but let us look at the parallels of latitude, how they would look. The distance would reduce as you go towards the circumference, as you go towards the periphery, and the parallels of latitude would actually go very close to each other. Whereas if you have equatorial orthographic, let us see what happens. Look at the spacing between the meridians as we go more and more close to the periphery. This is how the projection would appear. Same thing happens to the parallels of latitude. As you go towards the pole, the distance between them reduces. So this is orthographic projection, this one is polar, and this one is equatorial. There is another very interesting projection as far as the azimuthal projection is concerned, and I will talk now about polar, azimuthal, equidistant projection. Now what happens is, any point on the globe, normally represent the 50% of the globe here, any point, whatever is the actual distance from the pole will be represented in this projection. Meridians, once again, they are representing the correct D long, say D long of 30 degrees shown here. But if this particular point is at X distance and this point is at Y distance, they will be accordingly shown at X and Y distance from the pole. So if you have seen this UN flag, there is a globe drawn on the UN flag, and that globe is on polar azimuthal equidistant projection.